can I buy a house as I'm getting ready to graduate from one of the service academies? So you've got West Point, you've got the Naval Academy, you've got the Air Force Academy, you've got the Coast Guard Academy, you've even got the Merchant Marine Academy. The key thing here is typically you're not eligible for a VA loan until you're complete with your initial training and you get to your first unit. Once you're in your first unit for 90 days, you are actually eligible then to buy with a VA loan. So it may be a period of time. It may be 6 months, 8 months, 10 months until you get to that first unit and you have the requisite amount of time at your first unit to buy a house. However, if you are an academy graduate or a soon to be academy graduate, there's a little loophole to this. Essentially, the academy students are active duty for the entire time they're at an academy. So they've actually been active duty for 4 years prior to graduation. So what we can do in that instance is we get you to fill out a memo, have it signed by your company TAC officer. That company TAC officer is just basically a statement of service that says, hey, cadet so-and-so or midshipman so-and-so has been active duty for 4 years per U.S. code, 1234, whatever the number of it is. And then we send that into the VA and say, we want the certificate of eligibility. The VA will actually issue a certificate of eligibility before graduation from the academy, and we can use that certificate of eligibility to close on a house at your first duty station. So for instance, a lot of folks are headed to flight school, like either Fort Novosel for the Army, or maybe they're going to Pensacola in the Navy or Corpus Christi or wherever the flight training is. That flight training is a long time. It's going to be 2 years. So technically you're not ever at your first unit for a couple of years, but you can still buy when you're in flight school because we can get that certificate of eligibility before you graduate and actually use that to close on a loan. In the last couple of years, I have closed loans for cadets who are nearing graduation within the next week, 2 weeks. We've closed loans. We just recently closed a loan for a midshipman who was just getting ready to graduate at her first duty station. So yes, there is an ability to get your loan through and get your VA eligibility set up before graduation, but it takes working with somebody that really knows what they're doing in order to make that happen.